Hello, Year 5, and welcome to your Destination Reader lesson for today, Thursday, the 4th of February. Today, we're going to be answering our big picture questions about Beowulf from Michael Morpurgo. So, have a little think. What is the first step you have to do when you are answering a written comprehension? That means questions we might ask you about a text. That's right. We have to have read the text so that we know what the questions might be relating to. But how can we help ourselves to answer these questions? There's a few things we can do. First of all, we can look for clues. We can find where the answers might be on the page. We can read around. Sometimes we just know the answer straight away from previous knowledge, and sometimes we have to reread and check. We can explore this in a moment. So let's have a quick practice. Questions might ask us where, when, what, who, or which means we have to go back to the text and find that information very quickly. You might have to name something. You might have to give reasons for true and false. Now, for the first 5, our WWW questions, sometimes it is a name that stands out. Sometimes it's a date that tells us when something happened. So we remember those things, or we can easily find it because it will start with a date. It will start with a capital letter, somebody's name, or a place, which we remember. We can find that easily. Now, when we ask true or false questions, us teachers like to trick you a little bit and give you a statement that's nearly true, but we might have forgotten to put in an important word to make it true. So therefore, the statement would then be false. So reread your questions very, very carefully. We might ask you, how do you know? That means you have to find evidence in the text and then say to us, I know this statement is true because in the text it says, and then find the information that tells you the question is true or the question is false. We might ask you what a word or a phrase means, or what it tells us, or what it suggests. And that means you have to find a little bit more information about that word when you write the answer. When we ask you to find and copy the word, that means it's only one word that has the meaning we are looking for. You don't need to write down a phrase or a sentence, it's just the word in the text. So it's retrieval. You go and find the word in the text. But you must know what the word means, so you might have to use a dictionary to help you. Right, how do you know that the kingdom was doing well? If that was one of the questions, let's explore and see what we can do to find out. Right, I'm going to read the text, have my pencil ready to underline or circle things that might be helpful. In Denmark, all the great lords, those royal descendants, I've heard that word before. Let me think. It was when we read something about Baghdad. Oh, yes, descendants, it means people before me. Of skilled, oh, I don't know what that word means, I'm going to underline it. That great and good king followed in the footsteps and stayed strong against their foes. I don't know what foe mean. And loyal to their friends. The kingdom prospered. That might be a word that tells us something about the kingdom, so I'm going to circle it. From the conquest, the land grew rich. Okay. Rich tells me somebody was doing well, they were getting wealthy, so that the people flourished. That might be another clue at why the kingdom was doing so well. Let me get my dictionary and find out what the word prospered means. Prospered means it did well, it succeeded. So that might be a clue to why the kingdom was doing well. Okay, from the conquest, the land grew rich, so the people flourished. Again, I've got my dictionary ready, and I'm finding out that flourished means thrived or did well. So all these words here give me a clue to how to answer my question. So I have evidence from the text, I know what the words mean, and I can put it in my sentence. So here are the techniques again. You can pause the video at any time to read around those to find out what will help you to find your answers. Now you can go to J2E to answer your big picture questions. Remember, you can always go back to this slide in the video and pause to help you to answer your big picture questions. Also have your text with you that you can read and reread, explore and find and copy the words that you would need for your text. I'm really looking forward to mark your work later on. Goodbye, Year 5.